Wow. Oh, the climbs, the element climbs, like. Wow, different elements that control the weather here, I guess, right? It's pretty awesome.
Please, turn back, else I might be forced to.
What are beneficial systems to these volcanoes? Feels $3 more. Heavy train to uncover. Always some idiot not being considerate of somebody else. Fine fucking pool. Like, go ahead, do it, idiot. Oh, I didn't even know he was gonna be there. Of course, I probably run it a ton of times. Should be okay. the creation concept of bipedal wolf, an indeed impressive man like his gait. Intelligent and advanced in ability to employ tools like Gleeman gives it comprehensive words. It appears to be the case. Speech for the next report. Jeez. Ay, ay.
I cannot let you take Meteor. Not yet.
Okay, the whole crowd here should be okay. Before they're expunged from existence. Increase ability, navigate bodies and precision, and guide them all, break through the magnetic field. Okay, sorry, I can't. Don't have much time to read that. Sorry. It's crazy.
So, it comes to this. I have no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my
It's just
conviction.
what? What is your conviction? You literally made no sense this whole time, but whatever.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and pain gather to me. Ancient brand, unleash your power! Dancing winds, pierce my foes! Stars on high, fall and rain!
I think I'm okay.
Streams of ether! Surge is one!
Oh yeah, this is fantastic. Let's quadruple magic. Yeah, rip.
Dancing winds, pierce my foes!
The fact that I still have to swift cast to summon is pretty crazy. We're gonna try reading it again while we're waiting. Okay. Discuss creation of migratory birds that travel between continents, flying forms. In the end, they're relatively simple creatures navigated by celestial bodies, but this method lacked the precision needed to guide them to the same location every time, as would be vital to their survival. Creator came with a magnetic field, use of which discovered Nick Van Daniel during his tenure of Chief Overseas Elpis. A truly inspired idea, lasting benefits of the star. Bow, 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 bow.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and pain, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power! Stars on high! All is rain! Of ether! Surge is one! Dancing winds! Here's my foe! Stars on high! All is rain! Even when he transformed, but I am not finished yet.
We're okay. I'm just really focused right now. It's sort of hard. Jeez.
No! My power!
Yes, goodbye. Farewell. You're annoying. Get wrecked. I mean, I feel bad too, but not that bad. Okay. But I didn't put the stuff back from the free company stuff. I was like, why didn't this? Anyway, whatever. Oh, goodness. Hmm.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteion into custody.
Meaty off. She's gonna meaty off herself.
Setting
off the
aside
planet.
the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteion, I am so sorry. Would that I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others. That they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed. And that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars?
Ooh, that's a loaded question.
Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity.
And this is what they dealt with.
They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow.
Of course.
Anger and despair. Of loneliness. So long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Atheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence.
I assume that is our boss, our last boss.
There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be
beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe. And there, in the dark of dead worlds, hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star.
Yeah, that's a mistake.
Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Atheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die?
Oh, really?
Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does not stand to reason that we too should be discarded.
Of course, that's his reasoning, right?
That is sophistry, and you know it.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right?
Us, that's who. I'm
Let us
always got
settle
these
this
pictures of me riding in
with
pain in chains
determination.
everywhere. Like, every time there's like a chain
In
sequence and the
my
healer gets
authority
chained, I feel like I
as
live in
Chief
chains all the time.
Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to reverse his demise. If not, he will perish from the start. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness.
Of course.
Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmett Selk of the convocation at Propylion.
Wipe it all away.
Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmett Selk and Hitherdays. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence. And all
How are they all held
dissipated
back by him?
with the burst.
Especially Vana.
The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteon. To the edge of the universe. where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
Heck yeah, finally! Took her long enough.
Fly, Meteor!
Thank goodness. Yeah!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Ascend powers.
Argos, to me!
Ooh, wow.
First process complete.
Are they gonna kill him before the time runs out?
Reconfiguration.
Wow.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your
Yeah,
world.
unless you're gonna send me back.
This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with, not yours.
Are you seriously gonna send me back in the middle of this?
Your own struggle awaits, and no one else
Wow.
will take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact, and I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
This is crazy that this is even happening.
Almost! Very well then.
Oh.
You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. One remaining.
Get me out of here! Go.
Ugh. No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am,
Yeah, sure.
but neither can I let you escape!
Take that shot! Take the shot now! Take the shot! 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 That's a bad angle for me.
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping we would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a conference, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every asset. There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos!
Wow. What theft? Or just clear theft of everything. And maybe Heidelin isn't bad, right? Also, a lot of unfortunate shots. I didn't think about that while raiding a dog.
I'm fine. Just a little tired. Can it be true?
Apparently
Are
so.
we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteion's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down.
Ugh, wow.
But thanks to Emmet Selk and Hysladeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
So, what's gonna happen now, exactly?
What indeed? Let us begin by ascertaining the situation at Catesis Hyperborea, where the others should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Ay, ay, ay.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Venar and your other companion? You went inside
They don't
together,
remember
as I
that they
recall.
all went in.
We did?
If Venar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress as well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Venar about it when next we meet.
Let's keep it all a
Yes,
secret.
yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it.
Yeah, you're gonna bear the brunt
Once
of
you
my
are fit to
fist.
travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Oh no, that explains
I doubt
it.
aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer
Wow,
to reminisce on more
that's pretty
meaningful
cool.
moments.
Let us rest. If only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Ooh. I'm ready, Venar.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
I don't want to go, though. Yes, this is where we part ways.
May you and yours emerge triumphant. Make use of the knowledge you have gained. That your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteon free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done.
Had they never started this, sometimes curiosity is not the
In
best.
spite of this, We cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come.
But he caused it! The heck?
Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end.
Oh my god, this is so crazy,
Bewildered
though.
and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteon at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I. As will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair,
Hey.
we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise.
How are you supposed to...
Farewell, my light of the future. Till we meet again.
How are you supposed to be suspective and on, and now she's all like the person that... I don't know, that's crazy. I'm glad that whole entire section is over because it drove me insane.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandana.
Nope. Let's cancel that. Oh, they would pick this song. That's messed up.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame.
Just staring at it all.
Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end.
And that's why they died by their own creations, because they judged them, and then that was the whole purpose. Medion was like, let's turn that against them, right? Basically.
That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer Hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days.
Because it kept Medion out, of course. And then the skies with the meteors falling is because of Medion. Meteors.
Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many, who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
And that's where it happened.
This is all wrong. Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise.
And this is why
No
they fought against
civilization,
them.
however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it. We won't accept it. It will be ours again. A world free of sorrow.
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time.
Yep.
So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
mighty Zodiac.
Of course they don't listen.
God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer.
And she couldn't stop him.
Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
That's so awful for her that she couldn't stop something like that.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us.
Yeah.
No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
And this is how she delayed it.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering, to mire and plague. In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Why? Well, that look on my face. Lux gets up and she's like, "What the shit?" I mean, like, pretty much that's the answer, I guess. So. It's like you have to like sort of come to terms with it. I don't know what they're expecting of me to feel about of this at all, but we will see. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. This is awful. Why did we have to come back to this? Can we not come back to this? I'd rather we not come back to this.
No. We were promised an escape. Not the same we fled.
Yeah, how about you guys stop being depressed about stuff?
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
I can handle this pair.
You shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
Finally, go team. That's right.
As you wish, my little lord.
You can save the play at Alpha Note? Yeah! King!
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Leave it to me.
New healing job class. I like getting to try stuff like this out. You know? Like, that's so cool. Oh my gosh, you guys. There's plenty of hope. What are they doing? Of course, the people we heal decide to be idiots.
Those who can stand, come with me.
Easy now. Deep breaths. You're safe now.
Come on.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Come on. Let's go, Alfie. Okay. I've got this. Nice.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Of course. Of course, giant eyeball.
Don't
Oh, is that the? No, that's a different girl. I thought it was the girl from earlier. Yes, Garlemald, go.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape.
Yes, Euless, right?
Wait, that's... Euless and
Yes.
the army. So, you've recovered then?
In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Of that I've no doubt.
The gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army. Oh!
Yes, Alibi, go.
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
No such luck.
Think a withdrawal might be in order?
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate. To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we want. Oh, break, that's right.
I'm fine.
Today.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not done yet.
Nothing to worry about.
The air crackles with energy. Find cover!
Okay.
As they say, turnabout's fair play. On guard.
Nice. Hey, hey.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back.
Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand.
Oh, the
glad you're
people
still
from
in one
earlier.
piece.
I gotcha. I remember too. Hmm.
Oh, you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Oh, great. Yeah! Let's go, Graha.
Get out of here! Quickly! I won't lose them! Not a one! This will be a brighter future!
There we go.
I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Nice.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father.
Who cares about him, Alice? You take care of yourself.
You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
But I'm here, buddy. Time to get them all. Wreck them all. Yes. I have arrived.
Oh.
I am here, Alabe. This is precisely why you should never skip your squat regimen.
I can look after myself, you know.
Everything's in order, I trust?
Yep.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Finally. Let's go, team. Where's Grahat? This way.
Just the beginning.
Hey!
I had a feeling I'd find
Let's go, guys.
This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
We got this. Fat chance, Alpha. No, I'm the better healer, and you know it. Yay. So weird, Garlemald. So weird.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
I mean, yeah, but the whole point is for us to all eject.
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I mean, this is all or nothing at this point, right?
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
Let me guess. Oh, this is the guy from earlier. He didn't get eaten. Yo, he's still running? That's wild.
More of them.
Ah, of course you're gonna be a pain in the butt.
Xenos. Here.
Please tell me he's gonna be like our temporary ally.
You'll be alright. Hurry to the airship.
As we all stand here awkwardly.
Why have you come?
He's gonna be an ally,
A heretofore
right?
unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying.
Of course. Dang, how twisted.
Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Right?
That is, and has ever been, my sole concern.
But it's gonna be after we fix all this, right?
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry.
I'm gonna smack you with my book.
Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
Stalker.
That's it. That's all you care about.
Yes, that is all he cares about. That's why we don't care about him. Just let him go.
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people, not just soldiers like us, not only those who fought and killed for power and duty, innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood, lost and confused as they breathed their last. While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing!
You slaughtered your countrymen! You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
Ugh. Don't even deal with him. Don't even. He's gonna charge him, or he's gonna die, or turn, or something. Right?
You bastard!
Yeah, of course he's gonna charge him and get cut down.
For your own sake, Euless, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Yeah.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
There is no good reason. That's the whole point of this, right?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy.
Gosh, he's so annoying.
And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you and you alone.
Doesn't make it any better, guy.
Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You are a blight on the Garlean race. And there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Dang, get wrecked.
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so
Dang, even more birds. She's right.
You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Yep. Dang. Roasted. Wow. I love when they fight those kinds of battles. Those are the battles that hype me up the most. The ones of conviction and courage and like morals and ethics.
We're ready to depart.
Those are better than like the actual
refugee
battles.
ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
Why are we saying yes to that? Are all the people evacuated?
Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
Oh, now finally you decided to bridge the gap of arrogance.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, it is only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Why would he explain that to us? We already know the problems and the solutions. I mean, you want kids, it's your dad, but still.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Get the heck out of here.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Heck yeah. Just knows how to drive in that spear. Wow, that's fantastic.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuno Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Well, I thought we already explained this, you know? I thought we explained this.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Why wouldn't we? This is...
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
Yep.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
As part of that.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuno. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Might as well spill the beans.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks. Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while...
Oh lord. Yeah, I guess we gotta cover that, don't we? Mm-hmm.
Did you hear something just now?
Oh, no. Dude, what did you hear? A Loperitz! Oh my gosh, please don't break us.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
I'll have you rabbits know that you are intruding. You're gonna turn into those monsters or something.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Oh my god, please,
And to this
Arianje.
bitter climb bring warmth and comfort.
Arianje, please.
"'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above."
We just were like
yes,
here.
but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
He feels nothing.
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our
I mean,
own
they don't know how to
hands.
send people up
Come
to the
down here
moon.
and help, if our help be needed.
Why do you think they never went up
So
there?
she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom? Marvelous, they say.
Oh my
Yet
goodness.
not an ounce of pudding to be found.
Oh my
I will
goodness.
suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom? Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives
I believe
of
this now,
star.
that they're saying
So
this.
naturally, we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow! Well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last. I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
The only moment in Apocalypse that is adorable.
Bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to haveth you back.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well. Wilt thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
Putting Ray in the background,
If that's all
please.
quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Plain Pudding Way.
Way.
Look at Pudding Way over there.
To aboard the airship, sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Oh goodness. Let's talk. Let's have a discussion. Let's thrive in school. Hear ye, I call this meeting to order. At least we're all here, thank goodness.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
Pending, you tell us what that's
I
going
don't see
on.
why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
I agree.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
Nice
If I may
and
have your
defined.
attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
Nervousness. Let's go. Team, let's go.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzadhan. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Ooh.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Charlian has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Charlian citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Rabzat Khan was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
Thank you. Wow.
To
here we
journey
go.
beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
I don't like this.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
Everybody's like, uh-oh, she done found us out. Oh,
If
no.
only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This arc, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated.
Oh, I mean, that's
At
the whole
present,
point.
the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Oh no, I knew it.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The Loper
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions.
Yes.
If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
Yes! Exactly.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication.
Yep.
One far more convenient, I suspect.
We are no fools. Let me tell you.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
Yep.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Yep.
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Dang, yeah, burnt.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Vote, 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 vote. So it passes.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
Yeah, burnt.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Man, what a smart play.
I could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Damn near lost me eyebrows.
He doesn't need eyebrows.
Think. We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think.
You know, there's like no Lalafels. Like, there's like Cryo, Tataru, and myself, and that's it.
I mean,
you know?
Master Fortuneau, what a pleasant surprise.
I like him a lot too.
Enough already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Ether Burner conundrum.
Boop, 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 boop. That's very true.
I've seen you lot down here before.
And Tataru goes nowhere, so we've got Cryo, and that's it.
There
Not
are
including
archons among
myself,
their
but
number,
if anybody else, you know.
is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see.
See, he's such a jerk.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Ether Burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the Ether Burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Yeah, but if
Even
it's
out in
60%
that black
dynamics
void
and
where the ether's
40%
right
ether, you
sparse,
don't think you'd have
it's
enough
strong enough
ether.
to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Sometimes you have to start over
Hast thou
when building,
consulted with the
though.
Loperids? Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Let's just take Alexander up to the moon. Just slap the propulsion onto Alexander.
Exactly! Damn it! Oh, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
Oh.
You know of it?
Of course he does. Why wouldn't
Only
he?
in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Oi, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of Aether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the Aether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity.
What about the coil? Coil should have some, shouldn't it?
That extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
How would we not have other sources?
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok-class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
There we go, I knew it! I knew it! You want me to go and fetch the whatsits? The White Raven's ghost haunts me. You want me to go and fetch the whatsits? That's funny.
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option.
Of course not, since
if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
Yes, Alfie. Let's go.
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
This is what we call in our favors,
Understood.
right?
I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
Nice.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Sword expedition myself.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Lolorito? Probably ask Godal, right?
Magical artifacts of Allegan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Any road, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
He's grown up so much. I knew it! How did I know this was gonna happen? That's exactly what I thought. There's Lolorito.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Thiergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberg will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being
Yep,
traded
I
on
knew it.
open or
I called that.
markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it.
Dang, knows how he works.
The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
It is so nice to hear them. Like, to see and hear them again is just fantastic. Yeah, it's so long since we've heard their voices. It's so comforting too. Yeah, it's so wild. Just to see people like we left behind. It's been a game that's been 10 years, like since like 2012, 2013. It's been a long journey. And it's nice to see the brother finally get some attention in Gridania, because it was always the sister and Kane, you know? Raya and Kane and, you know.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
The thing that's super interesting is that it's the pieces of Dalamud that are saving us. Like, still, it is Luswa and what they did to seal Bahamut is still coming to save us. And I think that's pretty wild that the one thing that we considered was a tragedy was, in hindsight, probably one of the best things that could have... Not the best things, but it definitely did us a favor, I guess.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Man.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk.
But she knows Gridania.
So
Her
we
and
said to
Papa
ourselves,
Limo.
why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiencies so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud.
Yep.
I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papa Limo.
Yes, they mentioned him at least. Little potato. This is what I wanted. That last section was so horrible in the pacing. I love this though.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... That was a roar! A dragon's roar!
I love everything about this. Everything about these moments is like fantastic.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
Soraban.
And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Yay! Aw, this is adorable though. But I wish I didn't have to gather them all, but I love this though. This very much feels like FF4 moments, you know? Ah, they're so adorable.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed.
Sleeping Way is the pilot?
To tell one from another.
Whatever.
No offense intended, of course.
Nuh-uh, he's gonna crash us, sleeping.
After you and your friends left Mare Lamentorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look, every page filled to the margins with knowledge.
Living Away loves that
When
book.
I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
Hermes
What
has
would they
this
think
wrong.
if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised.
This is what life
and
is.
impressed, no doubt.
How does he not understand? Even if there's no other life out there, this is what it is, right? The human experience, not just human, but anything in general, interacting, learning, socializing, those experiences are what make it worth it. And he just doesn't get it, you know? Yeah, no, you can talk as much as you want. That's why, you know, the chat box exists. You say what you want to say.
Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
No, not the parents.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions.
Oh no.
I take it you.
I'm gonna cry already. No. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry already. I can't. This is it.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Vilfson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. 'Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Alfei, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where. Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
The one time he had no
Silly boy.
words.
We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy our daughter trusted and believed in more than anyone grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
no, this is gonna be amazing, isn't it?
All set, I take it?
Yes.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loperites, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news.
Uh-oh.
A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
I'm probably told not to come in, I'm sure, or something.
Now, where might this delivery be?
I hope there's like big dragons. I hope it's a big spectacle.
Oh.
Of course. Wow. That's hilarious. The theater
I'm
ship.
sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permit.
Oh my gosh, lady, move before I punch you in the
Surely,
water.
these can't all be.
Yeah! Kitsu! Katoshi! Yes!
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Yes.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Oh, goodness.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalam shard.
I'll have you know, I went all the way to the
entrance.
Furthermore, it was my contacts
man.
that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
They're always fighting.
My,
Saraban.
what a grand welcome party.
Hancock and Saraban.
We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Cougar. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Oh my god, that's like so important to them.
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill
Of course
at
he
ease
did.
and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
Oh my god, that's Nick. That's Nick.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time. Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino.
The sword.
Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Northern
Wow.
Arcade Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered on compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture.
Tataru, you queen?
Don't let the name fool you.
Let's go.
This coinkeeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Yes. I knew it.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there
Yes.
will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
Get him, Fiora.
We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to
Are
fill.
you serious? Yeah. Yes. I knew it because earlier.
Millions.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
Rob him blind.
We can hardly take them with us on your
Tiny boat.
tiny toy boat, now can we? And 'twould be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
Yep.
Waste not.
Oh man, these two are amazing.
However did you manage so much in so short a time then? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Oh goodness.
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos.
Oh, that's what he
explained
was
what the Scions were
doing,
trying
going
to accomplish,
around.
and why you might soon require the
Ah.
services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
Yep.
That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guildship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Yeah, Alpha!
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon?
All these people I care about.
And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
Alpha and Omega.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius. He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise, so we offer none of the latter. What he sent is an Allegan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it, too.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflop fought.
Yeah!
Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness.
Aw, gubbies!
The clash between their machina and the Allegan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
Yeah, gobby booms.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well." Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
She's my favorite MVP.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much
What we could
power.
blow up, that's me.
What we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it, the lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me, as family. You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great Exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool. Perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano, as we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea. I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to.
Amelians.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we finish loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here after all.
Our moment of triumph is close.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.